And I would also like to hear a little bit more from your amp. Maybe you can play some more. Maybe give us a little bit of a demo of the JL.
Yeah. So that's kind of my starting point, clean, kind of clean. Maybe a little bit higher in the gain department than Derek's. But again, if you lighten up, it's also got a little bit of that sort of sparkle. And I got lots of room to hit it with something.
Man, that sounds mega.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's but that's what I mean. Like it's got enough squish that it's complementary, but it still lets the pedal do its thing. And so, and it's important to me. Like touch sensitivity is really, really important, and being able to, manipulate the sound with just my hands or just the volume knob on the guitar is really, really important. And that's kind of a prerequisite for anything that I'm playing. I found a lot of circuits that I really, really like. But if it doesn't respond properly to what's happening here, then I have a hard time kind of getting around it.
Yeah, I understand. And on the stage, because you're using those amps on the stage right now, do you use mics? Do you use the virtual cabs? How do you?
We use the virtual cabs sometimes. I will always use a real speaker whenever given the opportunity.
Right.
And there have been certain instances where it just makes way more sense to use it. I think it's great technology, and I think it sounds really good. But just call me old-fashioned. I'll take a speaker and a microphone.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have used the torpedo technology a ton, especially when we were doing tours on in-ears, and we're using house equipment, but we're bringing our own in-ear package. Like you would get a bad cable or a 57 that doesn't sound very good or whatever, or the house doesn't have a very good microphone package, and it would ruin your in-ear mix.
Yeah.
Whereas it's the same thing night after night after night after night. That's a good example where I will use them, even if we're firing real speakers. I would drive my in-ears with
because you can also use it as a combination, right? Just to
certainly
mix both.
Yeah? Certainly could.
Yeah.
Could you touch a little bit about on the virtual the IRs in there, because it's quite it's an original and very modern design that maybe a lot of people that are watching our channel maybe haven't heard from, because you get a real tube amplifier with that modern technology built into it.
Yep. So the Tuno's Torpedo embedded tech is different than a lot of the other IR loading tech, because they use what are called dyne IRs, and it's for dynamic impulse response. So within their Torpedo remote software, they have, I think, probably between 400 and 500 different speaker cabinets that you can choose from. Now, you only get, I don't know how many, a dozen of them or 10 of them free with the amp, but you can audition other ones if you want to try them. Now, what makes their system different than most other static IRs is that when we capture them, we use 8 different microphones and we move them around the room. So you actually get the ability within the software to move the microphones around. Yeah. You can add EQing, you can add compression. They have some fantastic sounding room reverbs that you can add. So there's a lot that you can do with their software and kind of create your own dyne IR, or your own preset of a dyne IR, I should say.
Yeah.
So in the Revv stuff, there's a 6-way selector on the front, and all of those impulsors or impulse responses, or virtual cabinets is what we call them. They are presets that Sean Tubbs helped design for us, and they are of our cabinet. So 1 and 2 are a 4x12 without reverb and then with reverb, and then 3 and 4 are 212 without and then with, and then our 112 without and with. So But you can load any third-party IR that you have. You can make your own IRs and load them. So there's a ton of options. Yeah.
I think it's really nice that you have a front dial. I think that's really cool.
Yes.
And that you get 6 opportunities that you have selected. I think that's really great. Not only give the world of possibilities, but also just say, this is what we like. This is what we prefer with our amps, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm the opposite of Joey because I don't play out a whole lot anymore. Most of when I play is honestly on the podcast that Joey and I do, or Revv does a live stream, and that is almost exclusively the direct out. Like every now and then we'll mic up something, but there's a lot of times where we'll have the cabs live in the room, but the signal that is going to the interface and going to Pro Tools is the direct signal out of the amp. And yeah, it sounds fantastic, and it's a great workaround. Like where Revv's building is, we're in like an industrial complex where next door is a mechanic. So every now and then we're shooting video, and then you hear from a compressor and impact.
What's an overdrive?
Yeah. So so in situations like that, it's a kind of a lifesaver that you're not like shit, there goes the take on everything.
Or like Derek and I, you've got small kids at home, and you want to plug in a real amp, and I'm the one thing that I have, I love all the gear and technology, but the one thing that I have not quite embraced yet is the virtual amp. There's a part of me that just, I don't know if I'm old fashioned, but I just can't get into it. But I can wrap my head around a real amp with a cabinet simulation, because at least it feels right.
Yeah.
And so this is great, just sitting at home and don't want to wake anybody up, but you want to play or practice, or, for me, I don't know, I do a lot of recording also from home, so headphones straight out of the front of the amp or whatever. It's great. It's great for that too.
I think there are a lot of people like you that don't want to make the choice to go maybe Kemper or Quad Cortex or any plugins.
Yeah.
That want an amp, but also want to have the modern technology and the ease of using it on a stage. I think it's really incredible design.
Yeah.
Thank you.